Hey everybody, Jonathan here with Culture Specialist. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about consulting, specifically the consulting industry in DC and the surrounding area. Before I had my own company, was doing this culture thing, I worked in DC. I did a lot of friend of government work. I supported government clients, which was good. It paid the bills. Of course, the commute for me was not meant to last. But beyond the commute, what really, kind of hammered the last nail in the coffin of my leaving DC to pursue something of my own was the experience I had in the client culture. Now, as a consultant, especially working in DC and in many other spaces, I was a satellite employee. I was working and responsible and reporting to my client's office. Now, although that doesn't have to be a negative situation, it can very likely be a negative situation. It can very likely be a bad place to work because the company I worked for, who was located elsewhere, had very little control over client behavior, had very little control over that environment and that experience. Now, that's not to say that they couldn't create influence over that situation. And really what I wanted to get to today was I wanted to just encourage you, if you're working in the DC area, if you're responsible for employees that work remotely, you have a unique opportunity and a serious challenge to figure out ways to foster the culture where your employees are. If they're embedded with a client, if they're working for a government contract, or they're embedded as a tech employee doing app development for a company, or anything really, you have this unique opportunity to study the client space and study some of the dynamics and some of the continuous threads that exist in the consulting industry, and to study what it is that humans need on a day-to-day basis to have fulfilling work and fulfilling life, in order to no longer need to fight for work-life balance because you've found a healthy work life. Because work is healthy. You bring health back to your family from work, and vice versa. It's good for everyone when the workspace, when the work environment, when the culture is healthy and meaningful. So as managers or CEOs of companies that send their folks off to work in foreign spaces, you have a responsibility and a unique opportunity and challenge. And believe me, the first companies that figure this out, the early adopters of practices that create great culture for consultants, are going to be miles ahead of their competition. Because the future of work is having the ability to attract people who are engaged and attract people who are self-actualized. And the sooner that we that the consulting industry grabs onto that, the quicker, the more quickly we're going to have consultants who love their jobs, consultants who keep their hair, consultants who hold on to their ethics and hold on to the morale and go home to families that are healthy and not broken. There are very, very serious implications for healthy work culture. So if that's you and that responsibility, you got this. This is so important, and you are so smart. So give it a real try. Jonathan here with Culture Specialist. I would love to chat. Please don't hesitate to reach out. Until then, have a great week.